Thank you very much. And it is 1 week past Election Day, but not all of the key races have been decided. In fact, Georgia voters have to go back to the polls. And for more on that, David is monitoring the situation live from the politics desk. David.
That's right, Tamara. And since neither incumbent Republican Senator Saxby Chambliss and Democratic challenger Jim Martin got 50% of the vote, a runoff is scheduled for December the 2nd. Matt Canter is communications director for Jim Martin's Senate campaign in Georgia. And Matt, more than 100 aides from the Obama campaign are coming to the state to help. John McCain's going to help Saxby Chambliss. So what do you foresee over the next couple of weeks?
Well, it's good to be with you, David. This is an incredible opportunity that Georgia has right now to help the new president and the new Congress get to work to put our economy back on track. There's one candidate in the race that's talking about doing that. That's Jim Martin. And the other candidate, Saxby Chambliss, is essentially running on ensuring gridlock. He's going out around the state and telling people that he will block any change that President-elect Barack Obama or our new Congress wants to get done in order to get the economy back on track. That's not what Georgian voters wants, and that's really what this election, this runoff race, is all about.
The composition of the election is going to be obviously very different than it was on November the 4th. As you know, runoff elections tend to be a sort of low turnout. What do you do to try to energize a lot of Georgia voters who were clearly brought to the polls on November 4th because of Barack Obama?
Well, President-elect Obama, who may indeed come to the state, the request has been made for him to come and campaign for Jim Martin, has been extremely helpful, tremendously helpful in making contributions to help us get out the vote on December 2nd. But you've seen from your seat very well this entire time that voters are enthused and engaged more than ever. More than 61% of voters in Georgia came to the polls last week, and they came to the polls, and the majority of them rejected Saxby Chambliss. They rejected the failed policies of Saxby Chambliss, his economic policies, and they rejected his failed partisan politics. Saxby Chambliss has done a lot to distinguish himself across the country for the kind of attack ads that he's run against opponents past and present. We know that Georgian voters are done with presidential politics, and they're focused on who's going to work with our next president and our new Congress to get the economy back on track. That's Jim Martin.
Hey, Matt, what was the reaction from the Obama campaign when the request went specifically for Barack Obama to come and campaign before December on behalf of Mr. Martin, I mean?
Well, President-elect Obama is obviously extremely busy with the tasks at hand, and he's working hard with the leaders in Congress to move forward on the economy and this failed bailout. But And unfortunately, Saxby Chambliss has already said no to any new stimulus package. He's said no to working with our new president. He's said no to working with Congress, and he's running on gridlock and running the same kind of nasty ads that people around the country know all too well from 2002 when he ran against some...
Fair enough, but will Jim Martin be disappointed if Barack Obama chooses not to make a campaign appearance himself on behalf of Mr. Martin?
No, absolutely not. Jim Martin enthusiastically supports Barack Obama and will go to Washington, not to be a rubber stamp like we've had in Saxby Chambliss, but to work with our new president to get the economy moving again. This campaign, our campaign, Jim Martin's campaign, is not really about political celebrities. It's not about presidential candidates past in the case of John McCain or future in the case of Mitt Romney and Sarah Palin and Mike Huckabee, and the list goes on. And it's not about that. It's about Georgian voters. It's about the issues that they're facing right now around the kitchen table. Who's going to work with our next president and our new Congress to move forward on those issues? That's what they care about. They don't care about these political celebrities. Now, President-elect Obama, we would welcome him to this state. He's already contributed in many ways, and his campaign team is being extremely helpful in helping us get out the vote on December 2nd.
Matt Canter, Communications Director for Jim Martin's Senate campaign in Georgia. And Matt, thanks for coming on.